Hey, what is up everyone? This is Linus, you're watching TechLineHD, and this is the Moto G5. This is not the Moto G5 Plus, which is released in North American market. This is the G5, that means it has a 5 inches display. This phone has a lot of cool features for the price, but as always, if you want to learn more, stay tuned for the full review. The Moto G5 ships with all the usual stuff, no extras included. As far as design goes, I love that the phone is well built, it sits comfortably in the hand, and the buttons are tactile. Also, I can manage the device in one hand due to its sharp and vibrant 5 inches 1080p LCD display. However, the direct sunlight legibility could be slightly better. Even though the Moto G5 is well built, the choice of materials does not really impress. Well, yes, we have a metal backplate, which is nice, but the entire frame and buttons are made of plastic. Also, that fake chrome plastic trim on the front looks kind of cheap to me. We have a 5 megapixels camera for selfies along with the earpiece, which doubles as a front-firing loudspeaker. The sound quality is actually pretty good for a cheap phone. There is no LED notification light because the display lights on every time you pick it up to show you the essentials at a glance. You can use either on-screen navigation keys or control the phone with just one button, which is easily one of my favorite features of the device. First of all, you can unlock the device with the help of the embedded fingerprint scanner, which is accurate and fast, and you can use it straight from the standby mode. Secondly, you can lock the phone by tapping and holding the home key. If you hold the button longer, you will open up the Google Assistant. If you swipe left, you will go back. Swiping to the right opens up your recent apps, and finally, tapping the button takes you home. As for optics, we have a 13 megapixel shooter with f2.0 aperture lens and a single LED flash. When it comes to hardware, the Moto G5 is kind of a low-end phone, but Snapdragon 430 chip coupled with 3GB of RAM and 16GB of internal storage assures a great all-around performance. There is also a 2GB of RAM model, but it costs just $20 less, so I recommend you getting a 3GB option. However, you may want to buy a microSD card since the phone has just 10GB of user-accessible storage. Once you start playing some 3D games, you realize that software is optimized to make the best out of the Snapdragon 430 processor. In fact, games like Asphalt 8 run smoothly even on the highest graphics setting, which is really impressive. Finally, the phone does not have any overheating issues. Software is what makes me love the Moto G. The phone ships with almost stock-looking Android 7 out of the box, meaning that the device is really snappy and fluid all the time. I love some added features like gesture and motion controls that work just great. My favorites include chopping the phone twice to turn on the flashlight and twisting the phone to turn on the camera. Even after installing quite a few apps, the Moto G5 has been running fast, and I believe this is the most important thing for any phone. The camera app allows you to take pictures quite fast, and the app is easy to use. I love that there is an auto HDR mode, which is kind of rare on budget devices. When it comes to the image quality, the pictures are actually one of the best in any sub-$200 phone. Most of the images look sharp, detailed, and the dynamic range adjustment is pretty good. The only complaint would be that the colors may look a little bit washed out in some of the shots. Most of the budget phones' cameras are terrible in low light, but the Moto G5 is actually one of the best I've seen in this price range, as the camera does a decent job with noise reduction. The selfies look pretty good too, and there is plenty of image quality for social media needs. Currently I'm shooting with the Moto G5. This is handheld footage, and I'm trying to hold my hands as steady as possible. The 1080p video quality is good, there is plenty of detail, the video stabilization is decent, and the continuous autofocus works fine. However, there are quite a few video artifacts and the sound recording quality is quite terrible.
So currently I'm shooting with the Moto G5. It's a budget phone. It has pretty good specs for the price, but
the selfie video quality is decent, but again, the sound recording quality does not impress. You can remove the backplate to access your two SIM card slots and the microSD card slot. When it comes to connectivity, I have no complaints at all. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth work fine, GPS is very accurate, and finally, the signal reception and call quality are great as on most of the Moto G series phones. The replaceable 2800 mAh battery performs great. With my usage, I could constantly get over 5 hours of screen on time while using the phone for taking pictures, browsing the web, checking the emails, and a little bit of gaming. The supplied rapid charger can fully charge the phone in just about 1 hour and 15 minutes, which is really cool. What is not so awesome is that the Moto G still uses the micro USB charging part. Well, I believe that all manufacturers should start using the USB-C part even on their budget phones to make that transition to the new standard faster. The Moto G series has been one of the most popular in budget phones category, and the G5 is another great budget offering. While it's not perfect like most of the affordable phones, it's an easy buying recommendation for those who want to spend just about $200 for a new phone. Just remember to consider if the previously mentioned shortcomings are important to you or not.
I think that the Moto G5 is a pretty solid phone for the price, but as always, drop me a comment down below and tell me what do you think? What's your opinion? Do you think it's worth buying, or you would rather buy a cheap Xiaomi phone? Also, if you like my videos, please subscribe if you haven't already, and follow TechLineHD on social media, like on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. See you soon.